It's been a good weekend. I have done a fair few things Trench Crusade related. I've had a couple of games. I got some 3D printed stuff for various projects, which I'm going to be working on in the future and near future. And I did get some painting done, and we're going to be doing some painting today. So let's get into it. Update hobby-wise, I did get my Pit Locust done, ready for my next campaign game. This did not take long at all. I spent a couple of hours painting it yesterday afternoon, and it went really well, and it was super easy but effective to do, and he looks really nasty. So I'm really happy with how he turned out. I also managed to finish up my lieutenant for my Red Brigade force because I was having some problems with the face and the khakis, but I was able to figure that out. I did also decide to have one side of his face a little bit scarred, just to add a little bit of character to him. I also got a load of stuff printed, so like the Goetic Warlock, which will be just useful to have as and when it's needed. Got some Red Brigade stuff as well, like my massive heavy mechanized infantry, which I'm going to be painting up in a similar scheme to the other Red Brigade stuff I have. Also got some Great Hunger stuff for my Great Hunger project, which is going to be vampires, so it's going to be the Great Thirst. So this is going to be one of the minis I'm going to use for my Grigori Gula. I have 2 of these, so I'm super excited to paint these up, but I do need a load of bases. So they're going to be on 60mm bases, and I don't have any spare 60mm bases because I have been salvaging bases from minis which I just don't use anymore, just to base on my Trench Crusade stuff. So including that, I've got a load of Ravenous, which are going to be these ghoulish looking people, which I am looking forward to painting up. And then far in the future, I do have a Iron Sultanate warband, which I'm going to be working on, which is going to be the Iron War. So that's the very much shooty faction of the Sultanate. So we've got a couple of Azebs, an Alchemist, we've got a Brazen Bull, we've got an Azeb with a musical instrument, and then we've got the pieces to a Grand Cannon, which is what we're going to be running. So I need to get this glued and ready. And then, so that's what I got. So painting wise today, we're just going to be working on getting these all base coated. So all of the brothers, so there's probably about 5, there's 5 of them in total. So I'm going to try and get that done. And also I'm going to be working on my Hunter of the Left-Hand Path. So a lot of painting, very ambitious, but let's get into it. So that's the base coat done. Now I'm just going to try mixing some Xeris purple with Mephisto on red. So Xeris purple is this one here, which is quite, despite how dark it looks, it is quite light. It is very vibrant because the base I did is very desaturated. So we're gonna see what this looks like on this. Okay, kind of like it. Again, for me, a lot of painting is just testing and trying and seeing what you like and what you don't like. I also had a couple of games, just some kitchen table Trench Crusade, which was a lot of fun, is always a lot of fun. and it's always great to play against Arthur. We both got into Trench Crusade at the same time because we convinced each other that it would be great fun. So it's always nice to play against him, but we don't get to play too often. So our first game was very much a let's just throw our lists at each other and see what happens. So I was playing my Black Grail and he was playing his Assassins. Now, the game was very much, I lost a lot of stuff early on. My Herald, one of my Hounds, 2 of my Plague Thralls got absolutely decimated in the first round. My snipers, assassins, just shooting in general, and I was feeling like, oh, this is not feeling great. But thankfully, the Lord of Tumors is the Lord of Tumors, and he and the Plague Knight just swept everything up. He was able to deal with all the assassins in combat, and the Plague Knight was able to assist where he could as well. So it was just a nice, easy game. Arthur did do the very brave move of, oh, I'm just going to run my Azebs away from you and try and get you to fail a morale check, because at the end of it, we were both rolling morale checks, so just to see who was going to break. So we played that game. It ended up being a victory to the Black Grail, which was great. Now, the second game, I was really excited for this one because of the new updates to the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent, which we were going to be playing with. So I played my Pride Warband at 700 ducats, and then Arthur played his Lust Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent Warband, 700 ducats as well. The lists were basically identical, but the only changes was he had a Desecrated Saint and I had a Hunter. Now, I was really excited for the new rules to the torture instruments. So that's the Downwhelp one, which I'll put up on screen. But I made the mistake of leaving my blood battery not hidden at all. So in the first turn, his sorcerer was able to Burning Inferno all of them off the battlefield. So I had no way of producing blood, and it was a really sad game for me. I did charge my Praetor into his Desecrated Saint, which was a bad idea, because each Desecrated Saint has a different unique aura depending on which sin you're running. So his one's basically, oh, do you have armor? Well, you don't have armor within my aura. So that was painful. So my Praetor ended up being really squishy, and then 3 attacks from the Desecrated Saint and his Praetor jumping in as well finished my Praetor off. And we were playing Claim No Man's Land, so we did have objectives, but unfortunately, my Hunter of the Left-Hand Path wasn't able to do enough. So that ended up being a victory for Arthur and his Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent, and a reminder to me to really, really hide your blood batteries. But yeah, just painting this guy up, I'm just trying to shift the cloak color into a more blue, like bluish tinge skin, because every time I look at the Hunter of the Left-Handed Path, I cannot stop and think about the Kezu from Monster Hunter. He is a long, lightless creature, very fleshy, electrical, and it very much looks like the cape off of that the hunter is wearing, almost like he has hunted a Kezu and is now wearing its skin for armor. And now that's really making me want to play some Monster Hunter. First bit of the cloaks are all done. Is just stippling some dark purple onto it, and we'll continue stippling some lighter purples into it just to give it that sort of worn look. Personally, don't mind having to go back on myself when painting. It's It can be frustrating sometimes, but when, let's say, like for example, I need to repaint certain areas of the skin, I find it as an opportunity to add more variation to the skin and like the areas which I've already painted, because I'm going in with older colors, so I can add those colors into also areas I've already painted, as well as the areas I want to repaint, and then again build up that variety and texture. Made some pretty good progress with the hunter. He's nearly done. I've just got to do the stone, the basing, and then there's the whole enamel weathering stage as well, which I'll have to wait for this to dry, well, fully dry before I do that bit. My impressions of the Hunter of the Left-Hand Path, I think he's a great unit. I had a lot of fun using him in the game. His ability to just teleport in and out of terrain is fantastic, and he's great at shooting. I think +2 injury dice is better than ignore armor, but I think the ignore armor depends if there's already a lot of blood on the miniature you're trying to get rid of. But I think I found myself going more for the +2 injury dice. So I'm pretty happy with the progress I made today. I did finish my Hunter of the Left-Hand Path, so that is a victory. So I did some oil washes onto the skin for the Hunter, and then I put some wet effect on the inside of the cloak to give it like that sort of glossy shine, which I really liked. The skin, it was a little bit of back and forth, some oil washes. I then used some titanium white on a brush to sort of blend some of the highlights back. But it was just, it's all about experimentation and seeing what you like and what you don't like, but that's just painting in general. So probably where I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've enjoyed it. It's been kind of more focused on painting this one, and with just a little bit of comments on gameplay and stuff like that. Just let me know what you think about it. I'm thinking of keeping these whilst I paint more painting focused, but also talking casually about projects and games and stuff like that, just so it gives me a little bit more time to work on like a big video at the end of the month. So that would be more a sort of project focused video. It's a sort of direction I'm thinking of taking. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot, and all the comments mean a lot, and the interaction which I have with all of you and talking about Trench Crusade and painting is just really nice. If you did enjoy yourself, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all the YouTubey things. I really appreciate it, and it helps the channel grow. So yeah, I've been Painting from the Loam, and until next time, goodbye.